Has everyone heard of the Wizard of Oz?
Yes!
I'm so glad. Does anyone know what ancient country or what country the story of Purim takes place in? Shushan and Persia. Did I hear Persia? Okay. So, our play is called The Wizard of Purim. Get it? I need So, in this spiel, we will be trying to act out the story of Purim, while also being in character with the Wizard of Oz. Sound hard and confusing? Well, it is. So make sure you give us a lot of credit. Your job is to sit back and enjoy our ridiculous display. Please just laugh a lot. To start off, and not to confuse anyone, does anyone know what secular means?
I
You did? Secular is not being religious. It's not, yeah. So for Jewish people, it would mean not wanting to study Judaism, not wanting to come to temple. Okay, so that's what you need to know. All right, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
One more thing. If you need to leave the sanctuary during the spiel, now granted the spiel's only going to be like 45 minutes, but if you need to leave, please do not use the middle aisle. All right, that's one rule. One other rule, please avoid using flash photography because it will scare our lion. I now present the Wizard of Purim!
That's it. I've had it with all this studying and memorizing. I don't want to go to Hebrew school anymore. Not now, not never.
Now, dear. You know it's important. It's one of the ways that we pass our religion from one generation to the next. And anyway, everyone here in Judea becomes a bat mitzvah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's about time to have a generation gap. I don't see the point. I want to be like all the other girls at my regular school. They don't have to learn Hebrew or study Torah. They just want to learn how to do their makeup.
Your mother is right, dear. The Jews have always believed Torah is a great blessing. Besides, you can't become bar mitzvah, unless you study the Torah.
What happened to your voice just now?
What?
Your voice. You said bat mitzvah.
Oh, it's just foreshadowing, dear. Don't pay any attention to it.
Now, march right into your room, young lady, and start studying.
Yes.
Mother, you can be such a witch sometimes. If my parents tell me one more time to go to Hebrew school, they say study for your bat mitzvah, but that's not really cool. My head spins from all those Hebrew words, these mitzvot and those good deeds, to their wishes I won't concede. Oh no, this is all for the birds. My folks are so off base. With all my friends, I'm feeling out of place. I just don't want to be a study geek. I am unique. It's looking bleak. So I'll be secular. I want to be secular. I'll hang out with all the boys. Move to Illinois. Eat my brisket and cheese spread. And maybe I'll try pig's feet. And that would be real neat. Eating nothing but white bread. I'll be secular. I want to be secular. So what if my parents grieve if I don't achieve? The way my Jewish friends all were, are going to have a new view. I'm becoming secular. La la la, secular. I'll be secular. Yeah, it's all about secular. I'm really not in the mood for a family feud. This might sound taboo. Indeed, to be very, very secular, like me. I might sound hard-pressed, you might think I'm stressed, but between you and me, I'm gonna really love it. My newfound secularity. Ah, secular. La, la, la. Let's go. Come be secular with me. Oh, I shouldn't turn around like that. I'm like New Jersey either. Where am I?
Why, you're in Paraz, dear. Anyone around here knows that.
But that's just the point. I'm not from around here. And where's the bagel store? Where's Dunkin' Donuts? Where's the temple? And who are you?
Why, I'm Glashti, the good witch of the north.
You can't be a witch. Witches are old and ugly, but you're beautiful.
Thank you, dear. The king, who is also a very powerful wizard, used to tell me that too when I lived in the Emerald City.
You lived with the king? How did you get a job like that?
Well, the beauty part doesn't hurt, but it didn't last. The king, his real name is Ahashverosh, but hardly anybody can pronounce it. He wanted me to come down to the throne room to do some sort of silly dance for him, but I was too busy doing my makeup, so I told him no. Then he banished me, and I had to come here to Pershkinland, which, if you don't mind my saying so, it's a pretty big step down from the castle.
Oh, so that's the name of this place, Pershkinland, right?
So, now that you know who I am, who are you?
Isn't that obvious?
Well, that six-pointed star you're wearing on your jumper, that's a pretty big clue. You might as well make yourself at home. I think you'll find the natives are friendly here. Come out wherever you are, and meet the young lady with the six-pointed star. From Judea she's come very far. Everyone there wears a six-pointed star.
Everyone there wears a six-pointed star.
She's really quite sweet, a stranger she is. What will we do with her? Take her to the whiz.
What will we do with her? Take her to the whiz. We represent the Triffidic Gang, the Triffidic Gang, the Triffidic Gang, and in the name of the Triffidic Gang, we welcome you to Perhazland. We represent the Goyish Cops, the Goyish Cops, the Goyish
baked ham. And we have red lobster. They're having a shrimp special this week. Oh, and Tony Roma's. Do you like pork ribs? They're wonderful with a big glass of milk.
Did you all see what I just saw in the magic hourglass? There's a Jew down in Persian land. A Jew! You know how much I hate the Jews.
I know, but you've worked so hard to run them out of here.
And brilliantly, too. And what you cooked up to have the wizard banish them all was truly inspiring. They have no business here. We won't let them have business here. No bagel shops, no fishmongers, no haberdashers.
What's a haberdasher?
Quiet, you old goat. Quiet, all of you.
Yes, Herman?
It's Haman, you horrible idiot.
Sister dear, why is it that they don't call you Haman instead of your real name?
I just like the sound of Haman. It has a sort of wicked, devilish, sleazy feel to it, don't you think? Like your name, Eveline.
I'd rather be calling them prisoner number 1 and prisoner number 2. They both ought to be locked up.
What did you say, huh?
You should be talked up. You know, famous. We should have a big parade for you or something.
I like that. Keep that in the back of your mind, yes.
I like it too. Yes. You can ride on a big white horse in a fancy costume. And we can have those big balloons overhead on ropes. I lost my place. And we can make the Jews try to keep them from running away.
Well, let's get back to that Jewish kid. What are you going to do about her? Somebody needs to send her back over the rainbow or wherever she came from.
Indeed. She sure doesn't belong here with us Verazans.
No, you're right. I think I'll drop in on her for a little visit.
Go get her, Sherman!
It's Haman!
Thank you so much for the tour, Glashti. I see why you and the Persians like it so much here. But I've also come to realize that it's not for me.
Twice, you said you don't want to be so Jewish. You had that big scene about it in the first act and everything, you know, secular.
I know. But sometimes when you go away from the familiar, you start to realize that there's no place like home.
Isn't it a little early in the script for that? I don't think that comes till practically the end of the movie.
No earthly idea what you're talking about. But anyway, I see now that I need to study. I need to learn Torah. I need to be one with my people. I need to go home to Judea.
That clinches it. You need to go see the Wizard of Peraz, King Ahasuerus. If anyone can help you get home, he can.
But how do I get there?
Why, this is Peraz, Dorester. It's a special, magical, whimsical place, which basically means we have absolutely no mass transit. So, you need to follow the road to the east.
Follow the road to the east?
Follow the road to the east! Follow the road to the east!
Is there an echo here?
Follow
Follow the road to the east! Follow the road to the east! Follow the road to the east!
Follow the road, you'll get to the king. He's like a wizard, he knows everything. Follow, follow the road to the east. You're off to see the king now. He's Ahasuerus. Hashavarosha Paraz. His name it might be hard to say, but he gets our hurrahs. Go to the king, he'll help your cause. The king Paraz makes all the laws, the laws, the laws, the laws, the laws, the laws. He is the one who makes all the laws. We're off to see the king now. He's a Hashavarosha Paraz.
So, you think you can just waltz on down to the Emerald City and talk to the wizard? Foolish girl, you don't belong there. Just like you don't belong here.
Who are you?
Shh, keep a low profile. I lost my place. Oh, maybe she'll blow over.
I am Haman, the Wicked Witch of the West, counselor to the king, and all-around fabulous person.
Yeah, if you're partial to the color green.
What did you say?
I said you're special enough to be the queen. Your wickedness.
That's better. Now, you better forget about this off to see the wizard stuff. And now, the wizard doesn't want to talk to you. Or any of those other Jewish rabble-rousers. Go away. You better not let me see you here again if you know what's good for you. And that little dog, too.
Goodness, people come and go so quickly here.
Poor Esther, don't worry too much about Haman. Her bark is a lot worse than her bite. Now, you better get started, or we're going to be here all night. They'll have to wake up the people in the back room.
All right, but how do I find the road to the east?
Well, I know this might be a little hard to believe, but it's made of yellow bricks. In fact, some people call it the Yellow Brick Road. How silly is that? Now remember, watch out for the witch and her crazy friends.
Follow the road to the east. Follow the road to the east. Yeah, right. They make it sound so easy, like I could just ease on down. That's obviously a pipe dream.
Roar!
Are you trying to scare me?
Well, I was. But I guess I didn't do a very good job.
Got that right, brother.
I never do. Back home, I got fired from my job at City Hall. I wanted to tell it like it was. Whenever I saw something that was happening that was wrong, I wanted to stand up for my rights. But they wouldn't let me. They kicked me out. I was so ashamed.
Back home, you say? Where's that? You look sort of familiar to me.
Oh, that's impossible. I'm from Judea.
Judea? That's where I'm from. Small world.
Wow. I'm from a tribe called Benjamin.
No way. So am I. Who was your father?
Yair.
Yair the Benjaminite? I have an Uncle Yair. Wait, I have it. Aren't you Mordecai?
Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. You certainly are a sight for sore eyes. So how in the world did you end up in Paraz?
Well, it's the strangest thing. You see, after they fired me, I was walking down the street in Judea, and all of a sudden, there was this huge storm. You probably saw it. It was blowing, and everything was blowing everywhere. And
They, they sent me to my room and a big wind came up, and the next thing I knew I was surrounded by Pershkins.
Well, after I got here, I found out that there are actually a lot of Judeans in Peraz, but they're not allowed to live in the Emerald City. Somehow, that wicked witch who calls herself she's so wicked, and she convinced the king to throw them all out. I've been hoping to build up the courage again so I can start a new community for us. I'd like to tell you more, but since this is a musical, I guess I'm gonna sing you a little song. The temple burned down, we all had to leave. I'm a Judean lion. I landed here in Peraz. There was no time to grieve. I'm a Judean lion. For a minion, we only need 10 to start all over again. And so we started to look around. We were lost, but now we're found. We'll build it up from the ground. I'm a Judean lion. I never spoke up before. I felt so inferior. I'm a Judean lion. When we know we are in the right, we must stand up. We must learn to fight. We are all Judean lions. No matter who, you better beware. We are the Jews, and we don't easily scare. Though in Peraz we reside, we are all part of the pride. To our God we're sanctified. We are Judean lions.
You're wonderful. I think your idea is the best. Why don't you come with me to see the king, and we'll both talk to him about what we want.
That sounds really scary.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay.
Follow the road to the east. Follow the road to the east. Follow the road to the east. Yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la. Oh, la 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 la. We're out to see the birds. We're wonderful king of Peraz. Earl me.
What? Who are you?
Earl me.
He said oil me.
How in the world did you know that? It sounded like he said Earl me. Do you know anyone named Earl?
Trust me on this. Look, there's an oil can. Over there.
Earl me. Earl.
But we did already.
No, that's not what I'm trying to tell you. It's me, Earl.
Earl the Benjaminite? The famous tzedakah giver? That's crazy. Is everybody from our old neighborhood here stuck here in Peraz?
I don't know how it happened. One day this big storm came up, and all of a sudden, and...
We know. It's been a big season for big storms. I think we're all the way up to V by now.
Once I got here, I wanted to pick up where I left off with my philanthropy. There are lots of people in need here, goodness knows, with all these witches flying around, stirring up everything. So I thought I could make a difference. But no, they didn't want my money because I was Jewish. If you ask me, that awful Haman had something to do with it. So now I just don't have a heart for it. It's depressing. I have always been a giver, but in Peraz I'm like chopped liver. I can't give anything. If I could only give tzedakah, I'd be happy as a latka gives tzedakah in the hood. Always been a giver, but in Peraz I'm like chopped liver. I can't give anything. If I could only give tzedakah, I'd be happy as a latka
DACA in the hood.